Welcome everybody, a new day and a great new episode every Wednesday, with your beautiful support, by subscribing and liking the video, and also for sure, sharing the video. The channel gets bigger and better. Enjoy watching. The McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle is an American twin-engine, all-weather tactical fighter aircraft, designed by McDonnell Douglas, now part of Boeing. Following reviews of proposals, the United States Air Force selected McDonnell Douglas's design in 1967 to meet the service's need for a dedicated air superiority fighter. The Eagle first flew in July 1972 and entered service in 1976. It is among the most successful modern fighters, with over 100 victories and no losses in aerial combat. The Eagle has been exported to Japan and Saudi Arabia. The F-15 was originally envisioned as a pure air superiority aircraft. Its design included a secondary ground attack capability that was largely unused. The aircraft design proved flexible enough that an all-weather strike derivative, the F-15E Strike Eagle, an improved and enhanced version, which was later developed, entered service in 1989 and has been exported to several nations. As of 2017, the aircraft is being produced in different variants. Role: Air Superiority Fighter, Multirole Combat Aircraft, National Origin, United States, Manufacturer, McDonnell Douglas, Boeing Defense, Space and Security, First Flight, July 27, 1972. Introduction, January 9, 1976. Status: in service. Primary users: United States Air Force, Japan Air Self-Defense Force, Royal Saudi Air Force. Produced, 1972 present. Number built, F-15A, F-15B, F-15C, F-15D, F-15J, F-15DJ, 1198. Design: the F-15 has an all-metal semi-monocoque fuselage, with a large cantilever, shoulder-mounted wing. The wing planform of the F-15 suggests a modified cropped delta shape, with a leading-edge sweepback angle of 45 degrees. Ailerons, and a simple high-lift flap, are located on the trailing edge. No leading-edge maneuvering flaps are used. This complication was avoided by the combination of low wing loading and fixed leading-edge camber that varies with span-wise position along the wing. Airfoil thickness ratios vary from 6% at the root to 3% at the tip. The empennage is of metal and composite construction, with twin aluminum and composite material honeycomb structure vertical stabilizers with boron composite skin, resulting in an exceptionally thin tailplane and rudders. Composite horizontal all-moving tails outboard of the vertical stabilizers move independently to provide roll control in some flight maneuvers. The F-15 has a spine-mounted air brake and retractable tricycle landing gear. It is powered by two Pratt & Whitney F100 axial compressor turbofan engines, with afterburners mounted side by side in the fuselage, and fed by rectangular inlets, with variable intake ramps. The cockpit is mounted high in the forward fuselage, with a one-piece windscreen, and large canopy for increased visibility, and a 360 degrees field of view for the pilot. The airframe began to incorporate advanced superplastically formed titanium components in the 1980s. The F-15's maneuverability is derived from low wing loading, weight-to-wing area ratio, with a high thrust-to-weight ratio, enabling the aircraft to turn tightly without losing airspeed. The F-15 can climb to 9,100 meters in around 60 seconds. At certain speeds, the dynamic thrust output of the dual engines is greater than the aircraft's combat weight and drag, so it has the ability to accelerate vertically. The weapons and flight control systems are designed so that one person can safely and effectively perform air-to-air combat. The A and C models are single-seat variants. These were the main air superiority versions produced. B and D models add a second seat behind the pilot for training. E models use the second seat for a weapons systems officer. Visibly, the F-15 has a unique feature vis-a-vis other modern fighter aircraft. It does not have the distinctive turkey feather, aerodynamic exhaust pedals covering its engine nozzles, because the pedal design on the F-15 was problematic and could fall off in flight. Therefore, they were removed, resulting in a 3% aerodynamic drag increase. Avionics, a multi-mission avionics system, includes a head-up display, HUD, advanced radar, AN-109 and ASN-109, inertial guidance system, flight instruments, ultra-high frequency communications, and tactical air navigation system, and instrument landing system receivers. It also has an internally mounted, tactical electronic warfare system, identification friend or foe system, an electronic countermeasures suite, and a central digital computer. The HUD projects all essential flight information, gathered by the integrated avionics system. This display, visible in any light condition, provides the pilot information necessary to track and destroy an enemy aircraft. Without having to look down at cockpit instruments, the F-15's versatile APG-63 and 70-pulse Doppler radar systems can look up at high-flying targets and look down shoot down at low-flying targets without being confused by ground clutter. These radars can detect and track aircraft and small high-speed targets at distances beyond visual range down to close range, and at altitudes down to treetop level. The APG-63 has a basic range of 160 kilometers. The radar feeds target information into the central computer for effective weapons delivery. For close-in dogfights, the radar automatically acquires enemy aircraft, and this information is projected on the head-up display. The F-15's electronic warfare system provides both threat warning, radar warning receiver, and automatic countermeasures against selected threats. Specifications: F-15C, General Characteristics, Crew 1, Length, 19.43 meters, Wingspan, 13.06 meters, Height, 5.64 meters, Wing Area, 56.5 square meters, Empty Weight, 12,701 kilograms, Gross Weight, 20,185 kilograms, Max Takeoff Weight, 30,844 kilograms, Fuel Capacity, 6,103 kilograms. Internal Power Plant, 2X Pratt & Whitney F100 PW220 afterburning turbofans, 14,590 pound forces thrust each dry, 23,770 pound forces with afterburner. Performance: maximum speed, 2,655 kilometers per hour, at high altitude, 1,482 kilometers per hour, at sea level. Combat range, 1,965 kilometers, for interdiction mission. Ferry range, 5,600 kilometers, with conformal fuel tanks, and 3 external fuel tanks. Service ceiling, 20,000 meters. G-limits, +9. Rate of climb, 250 meters per second. Wing loading, 357 kilograms per square meter. Thrust weight, 1.07, 1.26 with loaded weight, and 50% internal fuel. Armament: guns 1x 20mm, M61A1 Vulcan 6-barrel rotary cannon, 940 rounds. Hard points, total 11, not including CFTs, 2 underwing, each with additional 2 missile launch rails. 4 under fuselage, for semi-recessed carriage of AIM-7 Sparrows, and a single centerline pylon station. Optional fuselage pylons, which may include conformal fuel tanks, known initially as fuel and sensor tactical. Fast pack for use on the C model. With a capacity of 7,300 kilograms, with provisions to carry combinations of missiles. 4 AIM-7 Sparrow, 4 AIM-9 Sidewinder, 8 AIM-120 MRAM. Other. Up to 2,300-liter external drop tanks for ferry flight, or extended range and loitering time. Ju-648 cargo and travel pod, to carry personal belongings, and small pieces of maintenance equipment. Avionics. Joint helmet-mounted cueing system. Radar, Raytheon ANAPG-63 or ANAPG-70, or Raytheon ANAPG-63, V1, or Raytheon ANAPG-63, V2, Active Electronically Scanned Array, ESA, or Raytheon ANAPG-63, V3, Active Electronically Scanned Array, ESA. Countermeasures. Northrop Grumman Electronic Systems, ANALQ-131, Electronic Countermeasures Pod, Hazeltine ANAPX-76, or Raytheon AN-119 and APX-119, Identify Friend Foe, IFF, Interrogator, Magnavox ANALQ-128, Electronic Warfare Warning Set, EWWS. Part of Tactical Electronic Warfare Systems, TUS, Laurel ANALR-56 Radar Warning Receivers, RWR, part of TUS, Northrop Grumman Electronic Systems, ALQ-135 Internal Countermeasures System, ICS, part of TUS. Marconi AN-AL-45, Chaff Flares Dispenser System, part of TUS. Weaponry and External Stores. A variety of air-to-air weaponry can be carried by the F-15. An automated weapon system enables the pilot to release weapons effectively and safely. Using the head-up display and the avionics and weapons controls located on the engine throttles or control stick. When the pilot changes from one weapon system to another, visual guidance for the selected weapon automatically appears on the head-up display. The Eagle can be armed with combinations of 4 different air-to-air weapons. AIM-7 Fahrenheit per meter Sparrow missiles, or AIM-120 MRAM Advanced Medium Range Air-to-Air Missiles. On its lower fuselage corners. AIM-9 liters per meter Sidewinder, or AIM-120 MRAM missiles, on 2 pylons under the wings, and an internal 20 mm M61 Vulcan Gatling gun in the right wing root. Low-drag conformal fuel tanks, CFTs, were developed for the F-15 CMD models. They can be attached to the sides of the engine air intakes, under each wing and are designed to the same load factors and airspeed limits as the basic aircraft. These tanks slightly degrade performance by increasing aerodynamic drag and cannot be jettisoned in flight. However, they cause less drag than conventional external tanks. Each conformal tank can hold 2,840 liters of fuel. These CFTs increase range and reduce the need for in-flight refueling. All external stations for munitions remain available, with the tanks in use. Moreover, Sparrow or MRAM missiles can be attached to the corners of the CFTs. The 57 FIS based at Keflavik NAS, Iceland, was the only C model squadron to use CFTs on a regular basis due to its extended operations over the North Atlantic. With the closure of the 57 FIS, the F-15E is the only variant to carry them on a routine basis. CFTs have also been sold to the Jews and Saudi Arabia. Basic models. F-15A, single-seat, all-weather air superiority fighter version, 384 built in 1972 to 1979, F-15B, two-seat, training version, formerly designated TF-15A, 61 built in 1972 to 1979. F-15C, improved single-seat, all-weather air superiority fighter version, 483 built in 1979 to 1985. The last 43 F-15CS were upgraded with ANAPG-70 radar, and later the ANAPG-63, V1 radar. F-15D, two-seat, training version, 92 built in 1979 to 1985. F-15J, single-seat, all-weather air superiority fighter version, for the Japan Air Self-Defense Force, 139 built under license in Japan by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries in 1981 to 1997, 2 built in St. Louis. F-15DJ, two-seat, training version for the Japan Air Self-Defense Force, 12 built in St. Louis. and 25 built under license in Japan by Mitsubishi in the period 1981 to 1997. F-15N, Sea Eagle. The F-15N was a carrier-capable variant, proposed in the early 1970s to the U.S. Navy as an alternative to the heavier and, at the time, considered to be riskier technology program, the Grumman F-14 Tomcat. It did not have a long-range radar, or the long-range missiles used by the F-14. The F-15N PHX was another proposed naval version, capable of carrying the AIM-54 Phoenix missile, but with an enhanced version of the ANAPG-63 radar on the F-15A. These featured folding wingtips, reinforced landing gear, and a stronger tailhook for shipboard operation. F-15E, Strike Eagle. Two-seat, all-weather multi-role strike version, fitted with conformal fuel tanks. It was developed into the F-15I, F-15S, F-15K, F-15SG, F-15SA, and other variants. Over 400 F-15E and derivative variants produced since 1985. Still in production. F-15SE, Silent Eagle, proposed F-15E, variant with a reduced radar cross-section. F-15 2040C, proposed upgrade to the F-15C, allowing it to supplement the F-22 in the air superiority role. The 2040C concept is an evolution of the Silent Eagle, proposed to South Korea, with some low observable improvements, but mostly a focus on the latest air capabilities and lethality. Proposal includes infrared search and track, doubling the number of weapon stations, with quad racks for a maximum of 16 air-to-air missiles, passive active warning survivability system, conformal fuel tanks, upgraded APG-63, V-3 ESA, and a Talon-8 communications pod allowing data transfer with the F-22. F-15 Manx, concept name, for a tailless variant of the F-15 Active, but the NASA Active experimental aircraft was never modified to be tailless. F-15B, Research Test Bed, AFSR. Number 74-141, acquired in 1993, it was an F-15B, modified and used by NASA's Dryden Flight Research Center for flight tests. F-15, Active, AFSR. Number 71-290, the F-15 SMTD, was later converted into an advanced flight control technology research aircraft, with thrust vectoring nozzles. F-15, IFCS, AFSR. Number 71-290, the F-15 Active, was then converted into an intelligent flight control systems research aircraft. F-15B, 71-0290 was the oldest F-15, still flying when retired in January 2009. F-15 STOLMTD, AFSR. Number 71-290, the first F-15B, was converted into a short takeoff and landing, maneuver technology demonstrator aircraft. In the late 1980s it received canard flight surfaces in addition to its usual horizontal tail, along with square thrust vectoring nozzles. It was used as a short takeoff maneuver technology demonstrator, SMTD. F-15, Streak Eagle, AFSR. Number 72-119, an unpainted F-15A, stripped of most avionics demonstrated the fighter's acceleration capability. The aircraft broke 8 time-to-climb world records between January 16 and February 1, 1975, at Grand Forks AFB, North Dakota. It was delivered to the National Museum of the United States Air Force in December 1980. Operators: Japan, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, and Singapore, United States. United States Air Force operates 212 F-15C and 23 F-15D aircraft, 89 F-15C, 6 F-15D, regular Air Force, and 123 F-15C and 17 F-15D Air National Guard, as of November 2019. NASA used F-15 number 835 to test highly integrated digital engine control system, HIDIC, at Edwards AFB in 1988. Notable appearances in media. The F-15 was the subject of the IMAX movie Fighter Pilot, Operation Red Flag, about the Red Flag exercises. In Tom Clancy's non-fiction book, Fighter Wing 1995. A detailed analysis of the Air Force's premier fighter aircraft, the F-15 Eagle, and its capabilities are showcased. The F-15 has also been a popular subject as a toy, and a fictional likeness of an aircraft similar to the F-15 has been used in cartoons, books, video games, animated television series, and animated films. Upgrades. The McDonnell Douglas F-15E Strike Eagle is a two-seat, dual-role, totally integrated fighter for all-weather, air-to-air, and deep interdiction missions. The rear cockpit is upgraded to include 4 multi-purpose cathode ray tube displays for aircraft systems and weapons management. The digital, triple-redundant Lear-Siegler aircraft flight control system permits coupled automatic terrain following, enhanced by a ring laser gyro inertial navigation system. For low altitude, high-speed penetration, and precision attack on tactical targets, at night, or in adverse weather, the F-15E carries a high-resolution, APG-70 radar and lantern pods, to provide thermography. The newest F-15E version is the F-15 Advanced, which features fly-by-wire controls. The APG-63 V2 Active, Electronically Scanned Array, ESA, radar, has been retrofitted to 18 U.S. Air Force F-15C aircraft. This upgrade includes most of the new hardware from the APG-63 V1, but adds an ESA to provide increased pilot situation awareness. The ESA radar has an exceptionally agile beam, providing nearly instantaneous track updates and enhanced multi-target tracking capability. The APG-63 V2 is compatible with current F-15C weapon loads and enables pilots to take full advantage of AIM-120 MRAM capabilities, simultaneously guiding multiple missiles to several targets widely spaced in azimuth, elevation, or range. The further improved APG-63 V3 ESA radar is expected to be fitted to 179 F-15C aircraft. The first upgraded aircraft was delivered in October 2010. The ZAP Zone Acquisition Program missile launch envelope has been integrated into the Operational Flight Program system of all US F-15 aircraft, providing dynamic launch zone and launch acceptability region information for missiles to the pilot by display cues in real time. Thank you very much for watching the video. Like, subscribe and share. We are waiting for your comments to enrich the content. Thanks again, and good night.